Okay, it's Saturday, April 26th, about 2 in the afternoon. Temperature's about 70 degrees. We're going to evaluate this hive to see if it's ready for a split today. Haven't been in here in 2 weeks. I did split off of this a couple weeks ago, so hopefully it's ready for another split at this point. It's pretty active up front, so we'll see what this tells us. Give that a little space there, give it some smoke. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm just going to go right down into the brood box, see what we got. Smoke in here. That super's pretty heavy already, so feels like they're putting up some honey already. I like to put cloths over it just to keep as few frames exposed as possible. Kind of helps keep the bees under control a bit. Well, this particular frame is a full frame of honey. It's probably left over from last year. So let's go ahead and keep going here. I try to only take one frame out, and then I move everything else over. So there's several drones on there. That's a frame full of nectar. I'm gonna have to get a super on here. I can tell that already, I think. Another frame with a bunch of drones, some nectar. Population's looking reasonably good at this point. They're fairly calm, so I like that. Okay, there's some old brood. And a drone. I do smell pea bread right now. We did take the queen out of here with our split a couple weeks ago, so I am hoping to see a queen at this point. Empty frame, not much going on there. Old queen cup. There's an old queen cup up here. Okay, there's a queen cell right there that's capped. So that's good. We'll just look at one more frame here and then put that back in. That one looks like it's probably been capped a few days, so not much longer to get that one hatched out. So I want to be real careful here. Over here we got a bunch of drone brood. Nothing new. No queen cells. So we do have the one queen cell. Got some pollen coming in. A couple of drones. Interesting, there's some wide-eyed drones. Don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but right here in the middle of the frame, there's a wide-eyed drone, which is a recessive trait. That's the second time I've seen that in a couple of years, so that's interesting. Check a couple more frames here. See what we got going on. I'm going to give him a puff. Move my cloth over to the other side. There we go. Nothing. Nectar. Empty frame. I'll make a note to switch that one out on the next go around. This is the last frame I'm going to check. Then we'll put it back together. Real careful, keep that queen cell intact, and come back and check it in a week. Okay, there's some newer brood. I'm not seeing any eggs or larvae, so that might be the last of the brood from before the split. This side's got some drone cells on it. Again, I'm gonna need another frame. That one's not getting filled out very good. And I'm going to check this last one just for grins. So there's a bunch of drones again. This one's full of nectar. More nectar on that side. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back. I'm going to slide these two over. Actually, I'm going to pick them up, move them over carefully, because I don't want that queen cell to get damaged. That queen cell was on this fourth one. So we just pick that up, gently move it over instead of dragging it. There we go. Now move these all over. Gonna move this one over. Give it a little puff of smoke. Go ahead and put this honey one back in. That'll give them plenty of access to food. Don't think they'll need it at this point. It's been, yesterday the high was 50 and it was cloudy. They were not out much, so they were probably living off whatever resources were in the hive. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this super back up here. I'll check the bottom of the super, make sure there's no queen cells. I don't see any queen cells. I'm going to pop a couple of those out real quick just to see if there happens to be any brood up there. I don't expect to see any, but you just never know. So let's pop a couple of these out. So there we go. Lots of young bees. That one's completely full of honey. That one's wide open. It's got some nectar on it. Pretty full of nectar, actually. And there could be one queen cell at the very bottom. I was kind of hard to tell. I don't think you're going to see the nectar in there. See lots of some nectar going in. See lots of bees with their heads in cells, putting nectar in. So, don't think we're going to see any brood up here. Going to do one more frame and then get it closed back up. Yeah, no. Oh, there's some drone brood up here, which is kind of interesting. Looks like old drone brood. I'm going to check one more. It's interesting. I haven't seen any other queen cells. They could have already hatched a queen, and they've already taken the queen cell down. They had plenty of eggs when I did the split, so they should have been able to generate a queen. Did see that one queen cell. That was it. Lots of drones. More drones. More nectar. Okay, generally this hive looks pretty good. I'm going to have to watch this close to make sure we've got a queen in there by next week or so don't start getting in a laying worker situation. This one's very active, so let's see if we spot anything here. There's initially activity there that looked like maybe it was a queen walking around, but I do not see one. a couple of very new nurse bees. I'm gonna go one more. Okay, this one's pretty heavy. Got a lot of bee bread on it. Don't know if you can see that. Some drones. Okay, well, we will check this again in a few days to see if that queen cell hatched. It was on the number 4 frame in that top box. There's a chance there's brood in the bottom. I don't want to take a chance of messing up that queen cell, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this back together and leave it go for a couple more days. What we expect to find in 3 or 4 days is that queen cell hatched out and a virgin queen somewhere in the hive or out mating. I see plenty of drones, so shouldn't be any issue with mating. I know there's other hives in the neighborhood, so should be able to find a drone in the congregation area. So that's it for today.